The Bad House Shattered Reflections Part 2. While the Reverend and the priest composed themselves, Paul and Jude grappled with their own minds. Eleanor, in the dining room, prepared the ritual to understand what was happening when suddenly she heard a child calling for his mother, a distant, melancholic, and familiar sound.
Mom?
Her heart began to beat faster than ever. Eleanor sensed a floral scent, a wonderful breeze, and in the distance, a little boy running towards her. It was her little Jimmy, just as she had seen him last, with his worn-out jeans and colorful shirt, wearing red Converse shoes dirty with soil. Her eyes filled with tears, her breath became rapid, that hug warmed by love. Eleanor found herself in a magical moment. Little Jimmy held her hand, saying,
Come, Mom. Let's play in the hills. There are many toys there.
Eleanor was completely surrendered to that situation, and with her son, she headed towards the hill to see the toys of her little boy. Upon reaching the hill, she saw a very simple cabin. The light emanating from inside revealed that someone else was in that magical moment. Upon opening the cabin door, she came face to face with her ex-husband, smiling cynically and saying,
Where were you, irresponsible woman? You abandoned your son, and now both of you will pay.
The nightmare of the past returned like a shot to her chest. Eleanor looked at her little Jimmy, and he held a gun, saying,
Mom, this is the time to get rid of him. Take it. Mom, go there.
At that moment, a mother's love brought her back to reality. She knew her son was pure, and this feeling of revenge wouldn't come from him. In a desperate impulse, she hugged Jimmy and said,
My son, wherever you are, I will always love you.
Jimmy looked at her with flushed cheeks, gave a smile, and handed her a small daisy. Eleanor opened her eyes and saw that she was in the dining room of the Bad House, with a daisy in her hands. She realized that there was only one way to defeat evil, got up, and went towards Jude, hugging her tightly, asking the Reverend and the priest to do the same with Paul. Meanwhile, Emily saw the chance to honor her father slipping through her fingers. She was in the house's basement laundry room, the door slammed shut, preventing her exit, and the lights flickered frequently at a terrifying speed. Venturing deeper into the laundry room, she observed a rocking chair and a man pushing it with his left foot to keep it swinging. It was her old father, Robert Turner. He stopped the swing, moved his head slightly in Emily's direction, and said,
You abandoned us, left us to die in this cursed house.
No, Daddy, I fled before the creatures got me.
Your mother and I suffered a lot without you, and now you've come to join us, my little girl.
I'll never leave you again, Daddy. Forgive me, I was a foolish child and ran away in fear.
Of course, my child. There's always time for us to be together.
Robert stood up and extended his hand to Emily, who held it tightly to not lose him again. They walked towards a wall that turned into a portal of fire, a terrifying sight, full of souls begging for mercy, agonizing in an eternity of torture and pain. She quickly let go of her father's hand and realized she was in an evil dream in which she was about to surrender. She looked at her father, who by now had another form, an evil form looking at her with eyes of fire, and said,
Emily Turner, your place is with these souls. You escaped once, but not now.
Emily tried to move as far away as possible, but it seemed that she couldn't get anywhere. Memories she cultivated with her father lingered in her mind. At that moment, she stopped fighting, seemingly surrendering to the evil creature. Face to face with the beast, Emily looked right into its eyes and said with a calm and serene voice,
My parents didn't deserve to suffer as they suffered, just like all the people who passed through here, looking for a home, looking for happiness with their families. All these souls who suffered because of the cruelty of people who didn't know love, who didn't have that right. But even so, if this is the end destined for me, I forgive you.
At that moment, the evil entity freed Emily, and she saw all the souls being liberated at the same time she was being sucked into the depths of the portal she had opened herself. With tightly closed eyes due to the exposed brightness, Emily saw a hand extended to help her get up. It was her father, who, with a tender smile, helped her to her feet.
My girl, thank you for your love.
Emily saw her mother and all the souls waving and thanking her in a climax of happiness. At the same time, the laundry room light turned on completely, and the door opened. She went up the stairs and came across her team, some helping others. They looked at Emily, nodding their heads positively. Then, coming from the kitchen, was Mohan, safe and sound, smiling and hugging everyone. Amid the exit from the bad house, Jude looked at Emily with a smile, as if she had just pulled off a prank, and whispered to Emily,
It's all recorded.
You did it.
As they left the house, the property's garden seemed rejuvenated by spring. 20 years later, Reverend Mackenzie continued his journey of redemption, spreading kindness and compassion. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2002, but his positive impact on people's lives was lasting. The Reverend learned the lesson that love and acceptance are the most powerful forces to overcome darkness. Eleanor Foster found balance between the spiritual and earthly worlds. Her wisdom and serenity influenced many. She founded a center for the study of the occult, offering spiritual support. She helped unite the team in difficult times. Everyone learned from Eleanor the lesson that love is a connection beyond time. Father Bruce Taylor, after the supernatural events, saw his faith renewed in a unique way. Instead of abandoning his beliefs, the experience strengthened his commitment to spirituality and compassion. He became a respected spiritual counselor, helping those facing internal battles and seeking answers to the unknown. The bad house, in a way, was the catalyst for a deeper spiritual journey. Mohan Kirkani, far from being skeptical, was a guide to the truth in the bad house. After the events, he returned to India as a respected writer and paranormal researcher. His knowledge and openness to the unknown made him an influential figure. Mohan taught everyone the lesson that love and understanding transcend cultural boundaries. Paul Armand turned his terrifying experience into a successful career as a filmmaker. His film warned of the dangers of the unknown. He married Jude, and the couple had 2 children. Paul found in love and art a way to transcend the horrors experienced in the bad house. Jude Rigby, author of the book The Bad House in memory of Emily Turner, found love beside Paul. Together, they built a family with 2 children. Jude pursued a career as a speaker, sharing the story of overcoming the bad house. Her book became a bestseller, and she and Paul traveled the world, she as a speaker and he as a filmmaker. The couple learned the vital lesson that love is a transformative force. Emily Turner dedicated her life to helping others facing the supernatural. She contributed significantly to Jude's book, providing a unique perspective on the events of the bad house. Unfortunately, Emily passed away in 1998. But her memory endured as a source of inspiration for all seeking to understand the mysteries beyond. Her contribution and love for spiritual life left a lasting legacy. All these destinies converged to a conclusion of spiritual learning, where love, acceptance, and compassion were the forces that guided each of them beyond the horrors of the Bat House. Every year on the date of liberation, the team gathered to celebrate life, some virtually, others in memory. With this, we reach the end of one of the most intriguing and emotional stories that my wife Angela and I could create. We sincerely hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and activate notifications. This is crucial for us to continue creating our content. Give history a chance. Bye. Next week.